Hello, are you here for the school fair? And have you pre-registered? Are you here for the school fair?
Yes.
Okay, and you've pre-registered. That's perfect. So this lady here at the computer can sign you in.
We're talking to families from different kinds of backgrounds, but what they have in common is a commitment to education.
It's not the white Anglo-Saxon marketplace that people seem to think independent schools is dominated by.
And demonstrate to families that you can get a high quality alternative education outside of the public system here in BC.
Because we're from Saskatchewan, we get to expose our school to some new markets and new individuals, new parents.
The most important thing is to start learning how to ask the right questions.
The number of people coming in and asking questions is overwhelming, actually.
Where do I put my child in school? And best advice I can give them is you have to know first your child, what their needs are, and match it up with the school that's going to deliver.
It's a really broad cross-section of families. Some are looking well into the future for children that are still quite young, and they're doing some planning, so they're doing all the right things by doing their research ahead of time.
Parents who are looking at our school are parents who care a lot about education. So we know that in almost all cases their students would qualify for the kind of education that we offer.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the Our Kids Private Education School Expo. My name is Agatha Stawicki and I'm the publisher of Our Kids Go to School magazine. So you should have received a copy in your welcome bag. I hope it's helpful. And thank you for joining us for the second seminar of the day on how to choose an independent school. Please help me welcome Robin.
Thank you, Agatha. It is a treat. I always enjoy speaking about education, and I just want to say publicly, we've all had a treat today. Our kids put on an amazing show for the communities of the Greater Vancouver area.
Oh, I'm very impressed. I think the turnout at the Expo has been phenomenal. I've just been speaking. I was told I was going to speak to 50 kids, and there are 200 people in the audience. Huge enthusiasm amongst the parents, both at the stroller brigade level, new parents that is, and those with teenagers. Huge interest in alternatives in education in British Columbia.
Well, this is an opportunity for a school like ours where we have boarding for girls, we have a riding program, we have an ESL program. That's our niche. And so having a venue here where families can kind of weed through that and determine whether it fits them and why we're different is exactly what we need to do. So all of the schools here offer excellent academic programs. It's helping families determine how you're different and whether that fits their child is what we're here for. And I think this is a great opportunity for Queen Margaret's.
I think families are really interested in knowing more about independent schools in general. And I think what families find interesting is when they go from booth to booth, they're, I think, always surprised about how independent schools are mission-driven schools. And although we are common in our sense of what it takes to educate a child well, we're different in what we believe in. There are other schools here who are K-12 schools, co-ed schools, single-sex schools, boarding schools, day schools, combinations. But I mean, I think these families, these parents, are really surprised just to learn about the choice that's out there in education for their son or daughter.
Well, I think coming to the Expo is a start, but I would hope that anyone who, even if it's a school that you do not necessarily think you would send your children to because you don't live in that neighborhood, I think the more visiting schools and attending open houses, the better. And therefore, I think taking a chance to come to an expo and hear about a variety of schools, but then go and visit those schools and see for yourself and learn. And then maybe you'll learn to ask the right questions when you really do get down to your own neighborhood.
The parents come here with they're truly trying to find out information. They really have never been through the private school sector before. And so they're green, they're naive. And so educating them and helping them through that process, the more as independent schools as we do as a group to help educate them, the better it is for everybody. And you know what happens? The better it is for the kid.
I think the top three, number one is, are you IB or AP? And we've been AP for about 15, 16 years and explaining to them the difference with AP versus IB and why we chose AP, and we feel that our students really benefit from the advanced placement courses. The other question is what happens in kindergarten? Is it an academic program? You know, how is it beneficial for my child? And then the other question is, what do you think about students coming in at the grade 8 level versus younger grades? So just different questions about that.
Well, I think one of the reasons that we wanted to be here was to show families in the Metro Vancouver region that there are options outside of the Vancouver proper for independent schooling. A lot of families too that are looking, they have 1 and 2 year olds that they're pushing in a little cart, and they're looking for a couple of years down the road. They're just starting, dipping their toe in the water, and as far as their research is concerned, and they just want to know what's out there, and so we try to point them in the right direction.
We see lots of families who haven't heard about us before. So it's fun. As you can tell, we're very busy. Yes. It's incredible for us, and we were at the very first one that you did here, and it was remarkable for us. People have kind of heard about us, but I think it's a way people can come without feeling intimidated. We love to have them at the school, and we're not hard sell people, but I think if they're like me, I kind of like to go and have a little look first, and so that's what we have here. So we're very, very happy with this, and I'm going to be exhausted by the end of the day.
Nowadays, we recognize that we have to spend more time researching, looking at the other opportunities available as a parent into our children's education. Obviously, with the private schools, there's going to be smaller classes, which will allow teachers to have more time with each of the students.
I would encourage them to come because this is one of the unique opportunities where you can see the power of choice at work and under one roof. And that is, you can see schools from a variety of different perspectives that offer a variety of different programs that gives you that unique opportunity in a short period of time to size up what might work for your child.
Great. Okay, thanks so much. Thank you for coming.